Hi, I'm Dr. Elinor Martin. I'm an assistant professor here at the School of Meteorology at the University of Oklahoma. I teach 3 different classes right now. The first is an Introduction to Meteorology 1, which is for sophomore students here. It teaches physical meteorology. I also teach a class for juniors and seniors called Managing for a Changing Climate that's open to all majors. It's also available online for free for anybody in the world to take. And I teach a graduate level course called Climate Dynamics. As you can perhaps tell, I'm not a native of Oklahoma. I was born and grew up in central England. I went to the University of Reading to do a bachelor's degree in meteorology. And as part of that degree, I participated in the exchange program that the School of Meteorology has with the University of Reading. And as a University of Reading student, I came over here to the University of Oklahoma and studied here for a year. This was back before the National Weather Center was even built. And I loved being in the US. I really wanted to learn more about meteorology. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do research, but I wanted to take more classes. So I decided to do a master's degree in atmospheric science, and I went to Colorado State University to do that. That experience at a master's degree level, taking more classes and doing research, made me realize research was what I wanted to do. So I went to Texas A&M University and did a PhD there before doing a postdoc at SUNY Albany in upstate New York. And then several years later, here I am back at the University of Oklahoma as an assistant professor. So in addition to my teaching and my research, one of the most unique parts of my job is being the coordinator for our exchange program with the University of Reading here in the School of Meteorology. This is a really unique opportunity that you're not going to get at other schools because we have this exchange program where as a junior you can go to the University of Reading for 6 months, study meteorology there, meet all your course requirements at the University of Reading, and not only learn meteorology from different professors in a different environment at one of the best schools in the world, but you also get to live in England for 6 months, which is an amazing opportunity that we really hope everybody can take. My research here in the School of Meteorology is focused on climate variability and climate change. And the topic that really interests me the most is precipitation variability, and especially precipitation in the tropics and in the subtropics. So rainfall varies from minute to minute, from hour to hour, from year to year, and I'm interested on how it varies in the more longer timescales. So from seasons to years to decades and out 100+ years in the future. In a lot of regions in the world, especially areas like Africa and the Caribbean that a lot of my research focuses on, their agriculture and their livelihoods are dependent on rainfall. So if they have a very wet season, a very wet year, a very dry decade, that can really impact people's livelihoods. So what we do in the Climate Variability and Climate Change Research Group is understand why and how precipitation varies in these different regions. We do that using observations, using different climate models to understand the processes that are occurring and how they might change in the future. So as I work a lot on rainfall in the tropics, and especially rainfall in and around the Atlantic, so I focus on Africa. So some of that work includes looking at African easterly waves, which go on to form tropical cyclones and hurricanes in the Atlantic. I look at the Caribbean and rainfall processes on small islands. And then I also look into the US. And as an affiliate with the South Central Climate Science Center that is here housed at the University of Oklahoma, we work with those folks over at the Climate Science Center to look at rainfall variability within the South Central US as well.